What is up, my seafood friends? Welcome to r/askreddit. I'm your host, Dr. Fishsticks, and askreddit is where people can go on the internet to ask a bunch of people a question they have bothering them. So, let's get into it. I'm gonna do 3 questions, and the first one is, what's the dumbest way you've gotten a scar? This ought to be good. I was in middle school, and we were going to see the Coach Carter in theaters with the boys' b-ball team. Middle school me was pumped. While in the shower, I thought, Coach Carter, eh? That was a terrible attempt at a Canadian accent. I bet they do push-ups in that movie. I'm gonna do push-ups right now. Tried to do a wall push-up, slipped, smacked my face on the edge of the tub, and split my upper lip from mouth to nose. Needless to say, I did not make it to the movie. Yikes! That sounds painful. I don't like that. I got cut by a vacuum. A freaking vacuum! Now I'm just imagining a vacuum with a knife just like rolling towards you. I'm gonna get you. But anyway, elaborate, my friend. Spider on my arm. Violently jerked arm as an attempt to get the spider off. Vacuum was there. Scar. I used a pressure washer on my foot. You idiot. Playing Manhunt. This isn't talking about like the Minecraft kind of Manhunt. I think it's Airsoft Manhunt. But anyway, some idiot made the campfire area base. I was running for my life to get there, jumped this huge pile of firewood, tripped over something, and rolled right into the fire. Oh no. It could have been so much worse, but I only burned my elbow and some of my hair. It's probably been 15 years and the scar is only about 3 inches long and 1 wide. And of course it starts raining right during my recording, so you might be able to hear that or you might not. But anyway, my brother, sister, and I all have the same kind of scar on our left eyebrow and got them at the same age. My brother opened an empty dresser drawer and smacked himself in the face. My sister ran into a brick wall, and I fell off the couch onto a coffee table. Dang, big oofs all around. My sister ran into a brick wall. Explain. She was running until abruptly she wasn't. I love that response. What I don't love is the gosh dang rain outside my window. For my 8th birthday, a classmate got me something like a grow your own stalagmite kit you could buy at educational stores. Apparently, the purpose was to add some water to some powder material and use a funnel in the kit to drip it down to make your own cave features. Exciting, I know. Anyways, I kept it, and the other birthday presents I got in a cardboard box in my room. Evidently, at some point, moisture got into the box, and the plastic powder was in, and it began expanding. Having nowhere to go, the stalagmite material oozed its way through the narrow slits in the box. It hardened into razor-sharp edges. Found this out quite bloodily when I put my hand into my birthday box to grab another toy, pulled it out with permanently altered fingerprints on my thumb, index, and middle fingers. Ouchies. Big ouchies. That sounds like it sucked. I have a scar on my forearm from a weaponized paper airplane I taped razor blades to and launched with a rubber band. Why? What type of masochist child makes a weaponized paper airplane? My god. And our second question is this. What is something that you're a fan of but don't want to tell people because you'll be grouped in with a really annoying fan base? This is pretty much me with Five Nights at Freddy's because like the lore is really good. I'm in it for the lore, I swear. Reddit. Musicals. At school, if you like musicals, everyone thinks you're an annoying theater kid, so I have no one to talk to about musicals. That sucks. A lot of people at my school really like musicals, and they're cool people too. And today I learned there's an Instant Pot fan base. Minecraft. I'm a grown man, but sometimes I just want to relax, build a house out of blocks, and go fishing. Homestuck. Vinyl records. I can't tell if some collectors are serious, but the attitudes towards people's first hauls is disgusting. Dark Side of the Moon is one of the most popular albums of all time. It is also a very beautiful album, much more than a random soul album. It's obviously going to be picked up for both these, and it's a cultural impact. You don't need to crap on people for having it, even if they think they're so cool for having it. It's the same with record players. You can tell people that Crosleys are a bit crap without insulting them. Obviously, you should do research before a hobby, but it isn't. But it isn't like it's a niche hobby. So stop acting holier than thou because you have a custom-built system and only collect Japanese pressings of Zimbabwe and ancient noise. I don't know what any of that meant, but neither do you. I hope. Lego. I avidly build Lego sets up until I was about 15, 16. Then I got a girlfriend. I thought she would think it was lame, being a sophomore in high school who still played with Lego. I put my sets away and stopped building, but deep down I still really wanted to build. I've gotten back into it now and have gotten my fiance into it as well, but I feel some mild embarrassment going to the Lego store or Target and walking out with a set. Lego's cool, you should be able to enjoy it. Eminem. I still love Undertale and I think it's a fantastic game. I don't want to be lumped in with the people who just never freaking shut up about sands, or the ones trying to kill each other over ships. I just want to enjoy the game in peace. Also, another thing about Undertale, I love the game, it's an amazing game, but another thing about it, the soundtrack is like one of the best I've heard. It's just amazing. Like it ties with like Just Shapes and Beats and Beat Saber, which are both rhythm games. Doctor Who. I freaking love it, but good gracious, that is a cringy fandom. Edit. Thanks for all the awards, y'all. I'm filled with regret. I don't know why they're filled with regret, and I don't think I want to. Fanfic writing. It's hard enough when you bring up you write, but it's different level when it's fanfic. I don't think it's really that difficult to bring up the fact that you write. A lot of people find that really cool. Sort of like art. Metal music. There's so many different kinds of metal, a lot of people where I am instantly think I'm a Satanist. Dang, that sounds like it sucks, bro. Wine. But I hate the wine mommy culture. Yes, I have kids, but that has literally nothing to do with why I love wine so much. Yeah, I like those are the type of people who like have live, laugh, love things, and that like that can, like, you can be fine if you have one of those, but, like, it usually isn't great. Also, username checks out. Tool. People who work in a Subway/sandwich place. What is the strangest order you've ever had from a customer? This should be fun, because from what I hear, people get some weird orders. I worked in a pizza place, and at one point, me had a man walk in and order a personal cheese pizza. He then specified that he wanted no sauce. That's fair. My sister isn't able to get sauce on her pizza because she's allergic to it. He then added that he wanted no cheese. Then decided he'd like to add uncooked cherry tomatoes as a topping. We ended up cooking a slab of dough and throwing cherry tomatoes on top. He then proceeded to use the pizza crust as a plate for his tomatoes, and then threw the crust away after he was finished his tomatoes. We had a salad bar with the exact same tomatoes as well. Why? Well, that probably costed more than just, like, buying some tomatoes. What? Back in high school, I worked at the local Subway. Every night, 30 minutes to an hour before close, this large African-American man, built like an NFL linebacker, would come in. And no matter how many or what kinds, he would clean out whatever was left of our cookies for the night. 2 oatmeal raisins, a dozen chocolate chip, a smattering of everything. Didn't matter, he'd purchase every single cookie left and leave. We'd nicknamed him the Cookie Monster. That's great. My town had a lot of foreign exchange students from South Korea, and they would always order the meatball subs with scoops of seafood sensation, which was just mayo and imitation crab, then have it toasted. It smelled horrible. Also had this guy that could barely talk. He was so high, wanted every sauce on his chicken bacon ranch. It was more soup by the end. He then gets to the register and remembers he doesn't have any money and walks away. My manager actually asked anyone if they wanted it. No, nobody wants that. You'd have to eat it out of a bowl. I worked the night shift for Subway during college. Had a regular come in at 3 a.m. Usually that would request that we toast the crap out of a sandwich. I'm talking the whole thing was basically charcoal. First time he came in while I was on shift, I pulled his sandwich out of the toaster and he told me to put it back in. And again, and again. Thought he was a drunk guy fricking with me. Apparently he really liked the taste of burnt everything. Grossed me out, but as long as he paid, I really don't care. Even my brother, who really, really likes the taste of burnt popcorn for some unknown reason, he would not do this. He wouldn't even do this. This one guy used to come into my sub shop at least twice a week. Always ordered a steak and cheese with extra ketchup. Except you couldn't put enough ketchup on it. We could use over half a bottle, and he would still come back and ask for the bottle because packets took too much time. I could just imagine this guy like ripping open and pouring like 12 ketchup packets, and that thought makes me very, very happy. I used to work at McDonald's. We had a regular customer who wanted a plain quarter pounder. No bun, extra pickles. Basically just a quarter pound beef patty with like half cup of pickle slices on top of it. Oh god, that's a lot of pickles. I worked at a Burger King my junior year of high school. Not a sandwich shop, but play along. I was on the specialty board, chicken and fish mainly. This order came through for an original chicken with mayo. H in the training stood for heavy or extra. Oh, so heavy mayo. I asked my manager if it was a typo, and they said no. This guy comes in once a week for that sandwich. I swear by the time my manager said the sandwich was proper, the mayo was thicker than the chicken patty itself. Felt like I needed a bathe afterwards. Ugh, that sounds disgusting. Who would want that? But sadly, ladies and gents, that is all the time we have for today. If you like this video, press the like button. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment them down below. And if you really like this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe. And that's all for today. So until the next video, goodbye.
I know it's my ADHD, cause I can't stop moving my feet.